and I'm here today to present a game concept called Steward of the Realm. I'm currently seeking funding for the initial startup phase for my company, as well as the early development of Steward of the Realm. Steward of the Realm is a strategy management game focused on logistics, resource management, and the unseen cost of war. What is the most important part of war? Is it the battles? Or is it what's happening behind them? The logistics, the resource management, and the supplies to the armies? Well, in Steward of the Realm, you're tasked as the steward of the realm, while the king is out fighting the war. So you're tasked to manage the resources, making sure the population stays happy, so you don't fail and get a rebellious civil army against you. But you also need to take care of the war effort. You need to supply it with supplies, items that you gather in your population, in your realm. That's your task. But there will also be events that you need to take care of. Visually, I see the game using a low-poly art style, focusing on the stylization over the details. A vibrant color scheme, not the dark gray tones of dark fantasy, medieval vibe. It should be colorful. It should be, you're in this kingdom, you're prospering, but you need to supply your king. Also, I'm going to focus on the clarity and readability of information to the player for easy onboarding. The core gameplay of the Steward of the Realm is that you're the steward. You're supposed to manage the kingdom, so you need to allocate your population into key roles such as farmers, bakers, craftsmen, tradesmen, to get the supplies needed for the war effort, which is always demanding more supplies for the king's war effort to take over more territory. There will also be events, such as what would you do as a player if the plague hit your city walls? Would you call the plague doctors from afar, which will cost money, resources, time, but also perhaps you just, no, I'm going to kill off the sick citizens and continue my daily work. So you need to adapt or you will fail. And the inspiration draws from several key strategy games that I prefer and like. First off is Faster Than Light, which I take an inspiration with its event and risk-based decision making. We have also Banished for its harsh survival that you need to manage. Also, you need to recover after each crisis. And lastly, Manowars, which is most recently out on Steam 2 years ago, for its population allocation, resource management, but also its setting in a medieval world. My target audience is the strategy management players, which prefers the systemic pressure over the quick, fast gameplay of modern games. Also, there's a clear market opportunity. The strategy genre is one of the top-ranked genres on Steam, and I have a clear niche. It's a war-themed game in medieval fantasy setting, but without the battles. Here are some recurring numbers from the recurring player base of said games before. Some of the titles are roughly 10 years old, but they're still having a player base of 1,000 players. So the strategy genre is still strong. Currently, I'm in the pre-production phase, with a production start in early March. And I also have set up 2 key milestones for myself. First off is the Easter pitch in April. And after that, the summer pitch, where I want to have a playable demo and a vertical slice before for the Easter pitch. For the summer, I want a playable demo. And after those 2 key milestones, I'm going to continue production and focus on the release within 18 months, part-time. Thank you very much. That's it for me.